Hi guys, we're back in with this video, which is a model related video after a series of baking ones and what have you. I've not done anything on the model side of things for a little while, but I'm quite excited about this one because what we've got for you today is a motorbike model kit. Now this is a kit that, this is a motorbike that I would like the real thing of, but absolutely cannot afford at the moment. So the next best thing is an accurate reproduction, freshly wrapped. If you can see that there, we have the $11.99 Panigale. Okay, so that's the box unwrapped. It's the DUCATI Panigale 1199, the Panigale S this model is. This is the latest sports offering from Ducati and has a raft of new and innovative things about it, which I will go into in the first video in more detail in the first of the build videos. This is more about the unwrapping and the in-box review, so rather than go on about that just now, we'll have a look at what you get in the box. For those who build motorbike models particularly, you'll know that Tamiya are renowned for producing very, very good quality motorbike model kits, probably the best that you can get out there. And having built a few different ones, certainly in my experience, Tamiya are about the best that you can get. So what we're going to do now is cut to the box, and we're going to have an overview of what's in there, and then hopefully we can get things prepped and start with the build as soon as possible. I'm quite excited about this one because it's a while since I've done anything model kit related. This is something that I really like, and I'm hoping to get started on this as soon as possible. The box art, in typical Tamiya fashion, is very, very nice indeed. Large front picture in detail, and then a fairing removed image on one side and a front and side view image on the other. The model number for anyone looking for this is 14129. So we'll go ahead and we'll take the lid off that. We'll dive in and see what's in the box. So in here we have the small bag with the rubber parts, the front and rear tyres, the springs, the various little spacers, screwdriver, vinyl tubing, screws and bolts, and such as you will be used to getting in your Tamiya kits. The tyres, in true Tamiya fashion, have realistic tread, but unfortunately, first thing I've seen that I'm not 100% happy with is while they've got the direction indicator arrows, it is actually missing the lettering on the tyres, which is unusual for a Tamiya kit. They're usually very well detailed in that respect. It does have realistic tread, and it does have the direction arrows showing the direction of rotation, so maybe there's some kind of copyright thing going on there where the tyre manufacturer, for some reason, they couldn't get that all to gel together. Here, pinned to the side of the box, I'll just have to pull that one off. We have the front fairing, very nicely moulded, very crisp, clean, and no flash as you would expect from a Tamiya kit. We have a bag with a white sprue. So let's just open these up, see what we've got here. So yes, we've got the front fairing there, which is, I say, very nicely moulded, very well detailed. Then we have a bag with a white sprue consisting of body panel parts, tank, and what looks to be some exhaust parts, a bit of the headlight assembly and so on. So as you can see here, we've got the petrol tank halves, the fairing halves, the mudguard halves, and this looks to be part of the headlight assembly, and this here, from the shape of that, I would say is the curve of the upsweep of the exhaust that curls around underneath the seat unit. Again, very crisply moulded, very clean, no flash apparent. A couple of minor sink marks on one or two bits, but nothing really to grumble about. Very good. We then have a clear sprue which shows the light units. They've got wheels there, which is obviously for a paddock stand, which is nice. Paddock stand's included in the kit, I imagine. I don't see it just there, but I imagine there must be one. The screen, which is very nice and thin and looks very clear. Light lenses and so on. Your typical clear sprue, excellent quality as you'd expect from Tamiya. We've got a grey sprue, which is the engine, discs, forks and what have you. So we're looking at this, and we've got the drive chain, the rear disc brake, the footrest, foot hanger assemblies. Here where my fingers are, you've got the valve, the rocker cover assemblies, engine parts, engine sides here. This is your exhaust, which is an underslung exhaust system. Your front forks with your monoblock caliper attachment points. That looks to be the engine sump, front discs, radiator, Brembo monoblock calipers with the Brembo logo stamped into them, which you probably can't see from here, but if I can try and get that into focus for you. I don't think that's going to work, but they're very nicely detailed. Brembo logo stamped into them. And bits of pipe work. Again, all very nicely moulded, all crisp and clean with no flash. No particular sink marks or anything evident on this sprue. And the final sprue is a black one, which has the subframe here, the subframe halves. We've got this portion here is the airbox and headstock, which is a combined unit which bolts onto the engine on the real thing. We've got the rear wheel, the front wheel, a nice big fat rear wheel, as you can see there. Uses, I think it's a 200 section tyre on the real thing. And we've got grips, seat parts, battery, various cowling pieces, the swing arm here, which is in two parts. Again, all excellently detailed, very crisp, very sharp, and looks good. Looks absolutely great. No sink marks, no flash, nothing out of place at all on that one. So that's three large sprues in total. The black one with the wheels and running gear and such. The grey one with primarily the engine parts, and the white one with primarily the body parts. So that's easy to keep separate and to keep track of. And then the clear sprue, as you'd expect, and then the small sprue with the rubber parts, the hoses, the tyres, and then the little screwdriver and accessories, and of course your fairing upper, which is separate. So we'll just pop those to one side. Down at the bottom here we have the instructions and the decals, and the decals look to be quite sparse, which I guess is relevant in the sense of we've got a nicely printed decal sheet here. We've got the rim tapes for the wheels, and the clocks, two different types there. So you've got one, this is obviously to reflect the lighting options perhaps on the clocks, and then very subtle little Ducati logos and such for the fairing and tank and what have you. So got a good range of decals to choose from on there, but nothing particularly big. And what we have there are, I imagine they are going to be the mirrors little silver decals for the mirrors, which I may or may not use. I'm not entirely sure about that, to be honest. So we'll see how that one goes. What I typically do with the mirrors is I will use an alclad chrome to replicate the mirror, which tends to work quite well. And stickers, silvered stickers, I tend to avoid, but these might be better than your average ones that I've seen in other kits. And here we've got a little information sheet on the Panigale. We'll go into that when I start the actual build, and then the instructions, very nicely printed, paints required, tools required, etc, etc. And as you would expect with Tamiya, your relevant, clear and detailed instructions, step by step, with all your paint codes, your paint code shout outs and your part assembly and what have you, in a nice little step by step booklet, very, very well detailed. That looks good. Nothing out of the ordinary or unusual or awkward there. And yeah, so in the sense of an unboxing review, it's I guess not a great deal much more exciting than your typical unboxing review, but that's the box empty there, that's everything. But that's what you get in the box. If you buy this kit, that's what you will expect when you receive it. A very, very nicely moulded kit with 3 large sprues, the fairing piece, the clear sprues, and then your bag of bits and your instructions. And we'll put that away for now, and I'll be back in the next video where we will make a start on the preparation and start on the build. So hopefully it'll not be too long before I get that uploaded. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. Check out my other videos, and please rate, comment and subscribe.